Welcome back. With you right now is Ken Post of Hearing Remedy. And Ken, great to have you here today.
Great to be here, Ken.
Welcome back.
Yes, thank you.
So we're going to talk about a couple things today. And one of them is, people getting ready for the holidays. They want to hear what's going on. And, this is the time of the year. There are a lot of parties out there.
Yes.
And one of the hardest things for people who are losing their hearing, they may have one-on-one, their hearing may be all right, they can understand people, but when you get into a group situation, when you're out and about or at somebody's house, and there's several people, there are people talking all at once, there's noises, a little holiday music in the background, that's when it really becomes difficult, right?
Right, yeah, so people don't really realize that until they get to the holidays that their hearing's not up to the point where maybe they were last year where they could follow, or maybe they struggled some last year, but this year it's like, I'm not even following a conversation.
Yeah.
And it's just so sad to see somebody who is so vibrant, and then all of a sudden, why aren't they talking this Christmas?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, they want to go home. They want to go home early because it's just a frustrating situation for them, where it's so easy to get some good hearing aids and be able to hear in those areas. The hearing aids have come along so much. The technology's caught up to hearing aids to a point where they really work well when it's noisy. And it used to be, oh, I spent $12,000 on a pair of hearing aids and I went to the party, I still couldn't hear.
Yeah.
And that's the thing of the past.
Yeah.
Now, if you buy some good hearing aids, you're going to be able to hear at those kind of parties. And
what happens is you begin to kind of tune out because you can't hear people. And I'm going to kind of give you an example here. I have good hearing at this point in my life, but I was listening to a podcast coming to work today, one that I listen to every couple of weeks, and they have a guest on, and usually the guest is phoning in from somewhere or whatever, using Skype or something. Great conversation, except this person who was calling in and talking about it, very interesting person, was probably talking on a cell phone, and they're kind of probably moving away from the mic, and so their voice would go in and out. Now, even though my hearing's fine, I kind of thought of, well, this is probably what people who cannot hear very well are going through. The hosts I could hear fine, their mics were great, but I started tuning out this podcast. Even though I had it on, I kind of like focused away from it, and it was sad. So it was kind of an opposite but similar effect. I wasn't able to hear that person clearly because of their mic, but it gave me the sense of the person who could not hear clearly in a conversation or a group setting. Yeah,
our brains don't like to be frustrated. And we're in that kind of situation,
that's right,
we're in a frustrated thing. It's like, okay, I'd rather tune out than be frustrated.
Yeah.
Because I'm not following the conversation anyway.
Right. So, one of the things that, like you mentioned, the technology is so good. A lot of these hearing aids connect to your smartphone. You can just walk into a situation with other ones, and they'll kind of tune themselves to a group setting or whatever it might be. But they've come a long way. I mean, I understand even some of them nowadays can translate languages.
They're totally amazing what we can get into such a tiny package.
Yeah.
So, something that really knows where you're at and tunes to that situation. You walk outside, they sense, oh, you're outside. Different car noises, we got traffic, we got whatever's going on. They tune to that, and they tune themselves so you can hear in that situation.
Yeah.
Same with you when you walk into a restaurant. It used to be, oh, I got to push the button 3 times when I walk in a restaurant.
Yeah.
No, they just figure out, you're in a restaurant, we need the maximum. We need to be able to focus on that person talking in front of me and not focus on these other people that are talking all around me.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And to fit something like that into something that small is just totally, it's just our time. It's a time for this.
Yeah, it's remarkable. They just keep getting better.
And they get better. They're getting Bluetooth radios in there. You answer your phone right to your hearing aids, so you have earbuds on, and they're just helping people.
Yeah,
a lot. Yeah. We really are at a point where we get people very close to having normal hearing.
And that's the key.
And that,
Let me ask you, you know, you wanted to mention about costs, because they can be costly, but there's different price points. So how do you figure out, you know, you got a person who sometimes has to balance that. Everybody's in different situations.
Right. Well, what you get, the way the hearing aids are now, what you're getting for your dollar is how noisy of a place you can go and follow a conversation.
Right.
So if you want to be able to go into the noisiest of places, you really have to go to the top dollar hearing aids. But say you don't tend to go to those places.
Right.
Then you could come down a level or two. Or maybe some people are just pretty much homebound. People bring in meals.
Right.
They're not going to, you know, the families moved away. They don't go to many family gatherings anymore. They don't stress the need for that kind of noise level.
Okay.
They can go to a much lower level of hearing aid as far as price-wise and be very happy with them, because they're not pushing the limit in their lifestyle.
Yeah.
So it's very much important that the person that's feeding you with the hearing aid get to know your lifestyle so they can pick something appropriate.
Right.
Not just, oh, here, just buy the most expensive one. No, what do you need? What's your lifestyle? So that's one of the first things I try to talk to people about. We don't need to talk about hearing as much as what kind of things do you like to do?
Yeah. Let me ask you, do people usually buy hearing aids in pairs? Because you know, when you go to the eye doctor, and even though you might get glasses, at times it's only one eye that really needs the help. So, you know, you have the lenses there and all that. So I'm not sure with hearing, is it both ears usually bilateral at the same time?
It's much harder to put glasses on one eye.
Right, unless you have a monocle.
Yeah,
you know, you want to.
That's out though. That was many years ago.
Yeah.
that's not happening anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, so pretty much, okay, one might not have any prescription in it, and one might.
Right.
So with hearing aids, they're separate things.
Okay.
So
some people may only have one.
Some people may only have one hearing aid for various reasons. Some people we might put two hearing aids on because one ear may not hear at all.
Yeah. Okay.
And what we'll put on is we'll put a hearing aid on that side that sends the voice over to the other side, so you can talk to someone over here without having to go, oh, you got to talk to my good ear.
Okay, I get it. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's much more common with now that they can do that easily to be fitting two hearing aids. It's pretty rare that someone has a really good ear that's like almost perfect and one that is much weaker.
All right.
The thing though that we don't want to do end up is, say you have this one's really bad and this one's just half as bad. Well, if we made this one really good so that you're hearing clearly, the brain's going to get frustrated with this ear and start ignoring it.
Yeah, that's right.
So that's where it's important to have two so that they're both hearing. We don't frustrate your brain, we get them both hearing well. The other thing is, when both ears hear well, we hear 30% better.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
let me, if people want to get a hold of you, hearingremedy.com, very easy.
Right.
Numbers on the screen, 949-340-8438. You're located over, is it off Carlotta, am I right?
Carlotta and Lake Forest.
Okay.
Right by the freeway, right behind Coco's.
All right, and you can help people out quickly if they come in and go, the holidays are coming up, I want to hear.
Holidays are coming up, we can get what you need within a day or two, you know, if we don't have it in stock. So yeah, we're here to get people hearing well as the next wave of the holidays come.
All right, good to see you, sir.
Okay.
You take care, and we'll be right back.